Welcome back to Eyeball Boot Camp. Today you will be doing a semi-blind contour line drawing of what you might hear me refer to as a cowboy. The goal of this is for you to draw what your eye sees, not what your brain tells you. If your brain tells you it's a cowboy, looking at this, you might think cowboy by the base on hat and the boots. And you'll notice that in the holster is a pencil, on the hip is a tablet. Hands are very much enlarged. And so it will be referred to as a cowboy, but truly not a cowboy. The goal of this is that you will analyze the lines the best you can. That's why I would like you to keep it upside down as you also draw upside down. You may choose to start anywhere you want. Most people will start up here at the boots. You could start down here at the hat. If you start at the hat, I suggest you start way down here on your paper. If you start with the boots, I suggest you start way up here by the spine of your book. If you start at the hands, over here, you do not want to run off your page. It is completely okay for your little guy here to grow larger than the original. Difficult if you draw smaller because you can't fit it all in. So, how do you go about this? How I go about this is looking at the lines that are used to create different shapes. So I might start up here and talk myself through that as though I'm making the shape. I see it slightly go diagonal, slightly come down, dip in, come up slightly, straight across, straight down, curves, comes up, and goes in. Now, as most artists do, is they start sketching lightly so that if they need to go back in and erase, they can, and the pencil lead won't be permanent. When you get what you like, it's always much easier to go over it darker when you are satisfied with your final result. So I'm starting there. Then I notice that my other heel, and I would start like this. And again, talking yourself through the actual lines, as in curve, horizontal, vertical, diagonal. And again, totally okay if your little guy, actually very high probability yours will grow larger than the original, and that's completely fine. The goal is to draw what your eye sees, not what your brain tells you. When you finish your upside down drawing, then turn it right side up. And you will then be able to identify how close you got. Are your hands enlarged like these hands are? Is your hat have a rounded tip on it? Is one boot a little bit longer than the other boot? And again, that is done on page 6B.